Hello, all my wonderful patrons or people who waited a year for behind the scenes. Today's Fix My Car cast is do it like a local used car commercial salesman. I don't even remember how I worded it, but I gotta do it like a local car commercial. So first of all, we're gonna need us a thumbnail for this one. So, yeehaw! How's that look? Does that look like you need a new car? All right, anyway, we're going to get this thing started, and I'm sorry to report I have to put on regular glasses so I can read the goddamn copy just for the beginning, so bear with me. Oh my gosh. All right, here we go. Used car salesman 1, keeping in mind that I know nothing about cars. Very little about cars, but away we go. Finder's fee, it was on the lot. That's from Seinfeld. I'm going to have to work really hard not to take gags from other things on this one. Also, I'm being quiet right now because this is where the theme song goes. You're listening to Fix My Carcast, hosted by Bear Claw Billy, and this is episode 85. Comedian and musician Keith Hebert would kill me if he knew what kind of deal I was giving you today. But first, housekeeping. This is the show where you pick what I say and how I say it. Pick a topic or prompt by donating to the GoFundMe, and vote on the gimmick by joining my Patreon for just $1 a month. Join at the $5 or higher level and also get bonus episodes and behind-the-scenes footage. Links are in the description. Also down there, merch. Get yourself some merch. You're gonna go nuts when you see how much this merch is. It's low prices, and we're passing the savings on to you. No new donors this week. The total raised for paying off my car repair debt is still holding at $1,501. Also, when we get to $2,000, we unlock an automatic show gimmick, which is I will watch all the Fast and Furious movies back to back and then record my podcast at the end. Fun fact, did you know that this whole podcast disappears when we hit $3,000? I think we can make it. Hey, do you like the theme song? No? Well, if you make a donation of $50 or more, in addition to picking an episode topic, you get to change one thing about the theme song forever, unless somebody else changes it back. And actually, let's talk about that. So the last change was made by Anonymous 2, and they added the prayer to the lake god Cathalak. Huge hit, the fans love it. Well, Anonymous 2 vowed that if anyone pays to take the lake god prayer out of the theme song, they will pay to put it back in every time. I invite any one of you to test this claim for $50. Think of it as Anonymous 2 matching your donation. Or think of it as a very weird war that also pays off my car debt. Anyway, get to it. Change that theme song. No new patrons this week, bummer. Now it's time for a topic suggestion. I'll suggest topics I think I could easily talk about for a whole episode, though admittedly I think the show is more fun when it's something I'm completely clueless about. So, something I could talk about is famous people I have met. Yeah, I'll drop some names. I got that celebrity hot goss. Want to know more? Donate today. A reminder, my ambient album Ethologue is out on all kinds of streaming services, so please go check it out, leave a review, tell your friends, etc., etc. Check the links in the description and enjoy the album that I made to help me relax, that I hope helps you relax too. No edits. Checking in on the best city in the world based on which city listened to the last episode the most, and we've got us another singles night tie. Ties are broken by whichever city listened to the most episodes. And our big winner is Westbrook, Maine. Congratulations, Westbrook, Maine. Let it be known that your Mercedes-Benz Museum, Cadillac Ranch, and Carhenge are the best in the world for 7 days. Last episode, I talked about the Iowa State Cyclones women's soccer team while doing it like a Sex and the City episode, which, by the way, I never once noticed that the Iowa State Cyclones Stadium is probably not in New York City. You can see video of the entire episode over on Patreon. Please note, it is raw footage of the performance, so there are no additional production elements such as music, sound effects, or audio filters. Also, head over to Patreon for a bonus episode where I talk about the Barbie movie for the third time. Gee, maybe somebody should sponsor an episode about Barbie or something. I don't know. Okay, let's talk next week's gimmick poll. These are your choices for next week's episode gimmick. They are: do it like a poetry slam, incorporate all 31 original Baskin-Robbins flavors, record it on a boat, and our returning gimmick, do a Mo Howard voice. Once again, that's number 1, do it like a poetry slam. Number 2, incorporate all 31 original Baskin-Robbins flavors. Number 3, record it on a boat. And number 4, do a Mo Howard voice. A good companion piece to the Curly episode. There are no returning gimmicks this time, but there will be soon. Remember that any gimmick that gets just a single vote is eligible for a second chance in 6 weeks. Be sure to vote over on Patreon. The poll closes Thursday, August 24th at noon Eastern America time. All right. Time for today's gimmick, which is do it like a used car lot commercial. Of course, gimmicks don't start until housekeeping is out of the way in case any of them prevent me from sharing vital information. But don't touch that dial! We are entering the gimmick zone. And what happens here in the gimmick zone? We get you the greatest deal we possibly can. From this point on, gimmicks are active and everything is improvised. There's no sponsored topic for today's episode, so I'll take inspiration from a randomized Wikipedia page, which is, yes sir, what's it gonna be? Alfred Launk. Oh, it's a stub. Friends, I don't mess with stubs, just like I don't take no for an answer. So we're gonna move on to something that we all can talk about, and that's Maurice, Louisiana. That's right. You got to come on down to mentally ill Jim Dan's and come get yourself a car. That's right. We're located in Maurice in Vermilion Parish, Louisiana. That's why I have this accent. Let me tell you, folks, there's no better place to get a car than right here, and I already forgot the name of it, Maurice, Louisiana. Here's what you're going to find. We got cars. We got bikes. Are you thinking motorcycles? Are you thinking bicycles? We got them both. We got it all down here at Mentally Ill Jim Dan's. So you got to come get yourself something. First of all, you're going to want to head right... you're gonna want to head, how close are we to, New Orleans? It doesn't matter. You can get there with the car. Any car we get you, you can drive across country from the East Coast to the West Coast, the North Coast to the South Coast. All the coasts, you'll get them if you get yourself a Mentally Ill Jim Dan car. That's right. What do we got for cars? Well, we got, with this car right here. This baby came from Youngsville, which is 9 miles away. And let me tell you, she is a beauty. She's a 2014 Eldorado Cabeza. You've got to get yourself in this car. It comes with everything. Power steering, power windows, power girl. That's right. She'll sit in the car and she'll drive with you. Eyes on the road. Don't be looking down. All right, friends. Well, you know, we give you that Louisiana guarantee. What can you expect here? Well, as of the 2000 United States Census, Maurice, Louisiana had 642 people. But guess what? Only 7 of them own cars, so I'm here to fix that. I'm Mentally Ill Jim Dan, and what I'm going to do is get you a great deal on a 1998 Chrysler LeBrosnan. That's right. Come on down. It's got brand new tires. It's got a brand new steering wheel. It's a brand new car. Well, I mean, it's a used car, but it feels new. If you haven't driven it, it's new to you. So you got to get on down here, folks. The population density of Maurice, Louisiana is 315 inhabitants per square mile. That's too fucking high. And that's too much of a ripoff of Robert Zemeckis' used cars. So we'll be trying to avoid that, and we'll be trying to avoid jokes from UHF, and we'll be trying to avoid jokes from that one episode of Seinfeld, but I already did one up top. But folks, that's just who I am. I'm crazy. I've been to 3 psychiatrists, and they said I probably shouldn't sell cars. It's bad for my anxiety, but guess what, folks? I'm just that mentally ill. I want to get you a great deal. And you know what? There's no better deal than when you come to Maurice, Louisiana. And I know you can afford this car because in 2000, the median income for a household was $29,306. And the median income for a family was $32,841. Folks, I can get you a car for much, much, much less than that. Well, slightly less than that, but look at this baby over here. We got us a 1981 DMC-12 DeLorean. They don't make them like this anymore, baby. Gull wing doors, flux capacitors, stainless steel construction, which aids with flux dispersal. You got time circuits, you got a temporal display, and if you act now, you can get the upgrade to Mr. Fusion, where there's all kinds of future technology. How far in the future? I'm talking all the way in 2015, folks. We have got that. It uses nuclear fusion to power your vehicle, and that's what you need if you're an on-the-go kind of person. Past, future, who cares? You can go anywhere in this car. And friends, guess what? We have something for the ladies, too, who do make a smaller income in Maurice, Louisiana, because, folks, times are hard, and we got to improve, and we got to upgrade. But we got something for the ladies, too, and what's that? Well, it's a Ford knapsack. Yeah, that's right. What colors does it come in? All of them. You're a modern woman. You can have any color you want. That's the way things work. And guess what? If you come on down to Mentally Ill Jim Dan's, guess what? We'll have Denise Boot there signing autographs, one of the notable famous people from Maurice, Louisiana. She's the top of the list, and I've never heard of her, so I assume everyone beneath her is just as amazing. Well, guess what? If you want to meet Creole singer Inez Catalan, they'll be there. There's no pronouns listed here, so they're all thems. Hey, you know what? You want to talk horsepower? Well, then you need to meet J. Keith DeZormo, famed horse trainer from Maurice, Louisiana. Come on down, and they'll make your horsey purr, which is not something they normally do, but J. Keith DeZormo is just that good. And speaking of horses, Kent DeZormo, Hall of Fame jockey, will be there as well. We will get you a horse, a nice big silver horse. And we'll talk down to you about your lot in life, because Isola B. Foster, conservative political activist, will also be there. Probably just making things weird. But don't worry, there's lots to cheer about. Like Jesse Hernandez, National Football League cheerleader. I might just click on through on that one. No pictures, darn. Oh, but it is a he. That's great. So we've got a top-rated male cheerleader here to get your ass behind the wheel of a Hyundai Tinseltown. That's right. Come on down. Get that. It's got a carburetor. It's got axles. It's got Heisenberg compensators. You name it, it's got it, my friends. So come on down, and guess what? Are you hungry? Well, we got a big old pot of meatballs brewing. And you know why? Because Jeremy Stevens, chef, will be there cooking for you. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bottom of a Wikipedia page list celebrities that you can come see if you come on down to Mentally Ill Jim Dan's. We should probably change that very insensitive name, but we've had it since 1960 and it's not going anywhere. You know why? Because I'm insane. That's right. I put toothpaste in my socks, and one time I didn't help an animal that was bleeding on the side of the highway. I just watched the life leave its eyes, and that's why I'm crazy enough to sell you a slightly used Audi 5. That's it, the Audi 5. It's the brand new one. We don't need all those superfluous zeros, but I will get you one, and I will get you that for just $300, folks. That's what we're doing here on Buy My Car Cast. That's right, the only podcast that's trying to put your ass behind the wheel of just a wheel, just behind the wheel. Are you a caveman? Did you invent the wheel? Well, we're gonna put your ass behind it. Come on down and we'll get that cooking. This article is shorter than I thought, so I'm gonna have to reread some stuff. You want to know what the population of Maurice, Louisiana is? Hoo boy. Well, I don't care if you're black, white, Cuban, Asian, or one of the colors that no person is, but if I throw it in there at the end, then I seem like extra caring. But in fact, I just don't want to talk about race. But right now, we're going to talk about race, and you're going to want to race down to Mentally Ill Jim Dan's when you find out that the racial and ethnic makeup of Maurice, Louisiana is 89% non-Hispanic white, 5.9% black and African American, 0.2% American Indian and Alaska Native, 1.5% Asian, and 0.6% two or more races. 2.2% of the population is Hispanic and Latin American of any race. Well, no matter who you are, I'll sell you a car. I'm about love and equality and purple people. Again, you got to throw in one that doesn't exist to really prove you love anybody. Aliens can come on down and get a car. I am willing to make that deal. If you've just come here and you need a job, well, before you head to the Men in Black, you're going to want to head over here to get a Cadillac in black. That's right. We've got a Fuck, who makes Cadillacs? Well, I never said I was experienced. In fact, I'm mentally ill. So why don't you come on down and take this car? We'll give it to you for $5,000 and a slap in the face. That's right, I'm mentally ill. Slap me in the face and you can have this car. I'm going to need the $5,000 in just 3 easy payments of money. I can't do math. What's 5,000 divided by 3? That's none of my business. My only business is selling you a car. So you got to come down here to Mentally Ill Jim Dan's and you got to get yourself a vehicle. I am out of things to say. I'm so crazy I'll just start taking my clothes off right now. And it's really to feed into my character and not just because this suit coat is hot as balls and I got to take it off. But you know what? If you are hot as balls. Oh crap, the microphone was connected to my jacket. Okay, well that's the problem when you're mentally ill Jim Dan. Sometimes you don't think things through. But I'm thinking this through. I'm thinking I need to see you behind the wheel of a brand new Ferris wheel. That's right. I want you to stand behind the Ferris wheel and then it'll be yours just for 7 easy payments. No money down. Bad credit, no credit, dead. Well, it doesn't matter. Come on down and the mentally ill Jim Dan will get you into a car. This baby right here can fit so many children. How many children do you have? Too many, probably. The earth's on fire. Why would you bring a life into this world? Well, nevertheless, you got to cart that life around now. So you're going to need to come down to mentally ill Jim Dan and get yourself a beautiful Buick LeBron James. That's right. Come get a Buick LeBron James. Fuck, I know as much about sports as I do about cars. I think he was in Space Jam Deuce. Well, this is no Space Jam Deuce. This is a Space Jam Legacy. So get yourself down here and buy one. If you need something to get you around town, we got all sorts of things around town. Hell, you can jump on my back and I will take you around town. Forget Uber. All you need is mentally ill Jim Dan. I will run you to Target on my back, even though I have a subluxation according to my chiropractor. I shouldn't do that, but I will do it because I'm just that fucked in the head. My brain has been removed and made sweet, sweet love to by someone who just met me last night. I'm mentally ill Jim Dan, and this is the kind of craziness that I bring to you, okay? I don't know why I'm starting to turn into a preacher, but I am preaching in the name of God, in the name of Jesus. You need to get yourself... You need to feel the power of Chrysler. That's what you need to do. Kind of crib that one from Cars. Don't think about it. And don't think about the fact that there's a Dwight D. Eisenhower in the Cars universe who's an aircraft carrier. So, was that actual aircraft carrier the president? I do not know. I do not care. Folks, there's only one thing I care about, and that's getting you a great deal on a brand new Pontiac Escobar. That's right. Don't look in the trunk. Well, frankly, what's in there is probably the same thing as what's in the DeLorean. Look up the history of John Z. DeLorean sometime. Folks, let me tell you what. We're located east of the village via Louisiana Highway 92, which intersects with US 167. Come on down, come see us, get some meatballs, meet a conservative pundit or some shit, and Inez Catalan, a Creole singer. It's gonna be a good old time. This is being Louisiana. We probably have gumbo, and we probably have Steven Seagal pretending he's a cop. Watch Steven Seagal, Lawman. And folks, if you watch that show, you'll see that they have police cars. Come on down right now. We have a Jefferson Parish police car. It's yours. We don't know how we got it, but we know we want to get rid of it. So come on down. Again, slap me right in the taint and put $1 in my underwear and it's yours. Take it. Go. Run for the border. That's the kind of underwear money you can expect down here at Mentally Ill Jim Dan's. So, don't sleep on this offer. Don't even take a nap. Sleep with one eye open, gripping your pillow tight. You gotta come down here to Mentally Ill Jim Dan's because we are gonna put you behind the Wheel of Fortune. That's right. Pat Sajak himself is gonna stuff you underneath the wheel that they use to play that game. When you spin, you better hope they're buying a vowel. But me, I'm buying a bowel. That's right. I'm shitting myself over how many amazing deals we have down here at Mentally Ill Jim Dan's. We can put your ass in a brown probe. That's right. You can have a brown probe. Everybody wants a brown probe, including those aliens. So come on down, get yourself one. Or my name isn't Isola B. Foster. Wait, my name isn't Isola B. Foster. It's Mentally Ill Jim Dan. And I am 3 times divorced. But that's okay. They were all amicable separations. So, just so you know, I'm not mentally ill because of that. I'm mentally ill because of my genetic makeup and the conditions of trying to survive in the modern world. It's a little of column A and a little of column B, folks. Speaking of which, You bet you want a hybrid. Well, come on down and get a Prius Sabre Bacon. Yeah, that's right. Come get a Prius Sabre Bacon. It runs on gasoline and it runs on dreams. It's a hybrid, folks. When you wish for a better world that isn't on fire, this is the car you need. It has cup holders. It has cup suggesters. That's right. It'll hand you a cup and ask if you want a drink. And if you say no, it'll put it away. It's kind like that. It's got a stereo. It's got a radio. It's got a microwave. You name it, this car has it, and you need it. There is a hole in your heart, and you can only fill it with an automobile. And only one kind of automobile is the right automobile for you. And that is a mentally ill Jim Dan classic. That's right, folks. This is the car that I drive myself. This is a silver 2012 Hyundai Sonata as featured on Fix My CarCast. That's right, folks. This car is a celebrity. And let me tell you, folks, this car is going to run you $1,499 to get out of debt. That is right, folks. If I can get serious for a second, it's been a really hard time for the owner of this car, Bear Claw Billy. And me, mentally ill Jim Dan, I want to help Bear Claw Billy out. So, what can I do to put you behind the wheel of Fix My CarCast? Well, folks, open up those wallets. If there's one thing that I need you to do, I need you to make a donation so you can decide what Bear Claw Billy has to talk about on Fix My CarCast. Because if you don't do that, you're stuck hearing about Maurice, Louisiana, and who wants to hear about that? I do. I'm mentally ill Jim Dan, and I'm from there. Well, one of the greatest things about Maurice, Louisiana is my house. So, if you're a person of low moral standing, why don't you come by and we'll see what we can get up to? I got all kinds of stuff you can put in you, but let's not talk about that. We're trying to put you in some of my stuff. And what have I got right here? Ooh, slap, slap, slap. That's right. It's a 1901 Model H horse replacer. That's right. They weren't very catchy with the names back in the day, so it's the Model H horse replacer from 1901. This baby is a classic, and it's got some things. Seats. I think headlights, but they're candles, so you gotta light them and then get in. It's kind of a difficult drive, but that's what we got for you down here at Mentally Ill Jim Dan's. We also got, don't miss us, we're right next to the grocery store. Wait, there's something here about, this is how the village, I'm a longtime native of Maurice, Louisiana, and if you didn't know, the village was originally called Mauriceville, from its founder, Maurice Villian. Now, I know he sounds like a bad guy, but he's a good guy. He was a native of Savoy, France, and he moved to America in 1855, and he sold goods in New Orleans, New Iberia, and Milton. His wife had land holdings there, and they established a home and a grocery store. And when I think groceries, I think shopping. And you know what you need to be shopping for? A car! A used car, but a good car. These are cars that have been around the block. Some of them have been on blocks, but now you can rock them on your block. You can be throwing a block party with the bumping system here in this 1999 Firehouse blend. That's right. Get yourself the 1999 Firehouse blend. It has got subwoofers. It has got dom woofers. It has got switch woofers. It has got middle woofers. It has got little woofers. You name it, you're going to hear it screaming your name. That's right. You got to come down here and get the Firehouse blend. This is the car for the modern party popping, never stopping, Pringle dropping, panty slopping person on the go, and that's you, and you need to be inside of this if you want to get inside of anything else, if you catch my drift. So come on down to Mentally Ill Jim Dan's and pop your face right in one of these awesome four-wheeled, wait, not all of them have four wheels. We got one of those funky cars with three wheels for people going through retirement. May they rest in peace. That's right. We got one of these things that you see whenever you're driving near a lake town and there's a couple of old people in it just kind of pretending they still have a marriage. Well, you need one of these three-wheeling sons of bitches. That's right. Come on down and get the Pontiac Trident. That's right. Get in and get closer to dying. All right. Well, Mentally Ill Jim Dan has been talking about cars for damn near 20 minutes. So we may have gone over the time allotted for this commercial. Usually it's just 30 seconds. That's why I got to say all these crazy things. So I know that you're paying attention because pretty soon the Real Housewives of Jefferson Parish, Louisiana is going to come back on, and you're going to forget everything I said. But don't forget this, folks. You're going to want to hold those deals in your heart, those memories in your mind. You're going to want to get yourself a vehicle from me, Mentally Ill Jim Dan. So you come on down, and I will make sure that you drive out of here in a different thing than what you drove in. And whatever you drove in, we'll take it, we'll sell it, we'll crush it. We're not going to tell you what we do with it. Forget Cars for Kids. Fuck them. They don't have a memorable jingle. You need the Mentally Ill Jim Dan jingle, which goes like this. Hey, motherfucker, you need a car? Well, come to Maurice, because that's where they are. That's right, I'm Mentally Ill Jim Dan, and you're going to want to come on down to get yourself something that you can drop the kids off at soccer and maybe start rocking in the first act of a horror movie to show that you're about to die. Yes, that's right, folks. Cars do anything. They travel through time. They catch ghosts. Whatever James Bond does. Yup, that's what cars are for. Not for getting from point A to point B, but being interesting in movies. All right, folks. Well, I'm Mentally Ill Jim Dan, and I need a fucking glass of water. This one really took it out of me, folks, but I'm not going to take it out of you. You're going to hand me your wallet, and I'm going to gently remove just a couple of bills, and I'm going to send you packing in this 2015 El Mariachi DeBarge. That's right. You're going to be the Joe of Jane of every block, or whatever the fuck we say in this room. All right, folks, I'm Mentally Ill Jim Dan, and we're going to return you to your regularly scheduled programming. But as always, if it's got four wheels and a fifth one I can put your ass behind, you know I can sell it. Woo! Maurice, Louisiana. Woo! Woo! By the way, these light up, but I didn't want to really just throw myself for a loop on that one. Woo! I genuinely hope I didn't fuck up the audio when I took the coat off. Holy shit. All right, well, what's his name? There's Mentally Ill Jim Dan for you. I cannot wait to turn the AC back on. I cannot wait for it to not be summer anymore, because doing these indoors, it's really sweaty. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you had a fun time with Mentally Ill Jim Dan. Buy my CarCast. Kisses for you all.